I'm out in the garden doing a little spring prep work, and I stepped back and really took a look at the place and realized how much it's changed since last year. So I thought I'd show you all the process that the garden underwent from, it was late last summer, early last fall, to get to the point it is now. So in August of last year, the garden was basically an overgrown weed patch. I had to come in with a machete. Just kidding. I used a weed whacker and chop everything down and pull back my weed barrier. Then we tilled, and that kind of helped take care of some of the mess. I weeded the strawberry patch and mulched the entire front of the garden, which made a big difference just in the appearance. And the next step was to build some permanent devoted planting beds. So in order to do this, I came in and marked off the spots I wanted the beds to be in, and then I shoveled up the dirt from the aisleways in between. I threw that dirt on top of the beds, creating a little bit of a raised bed, and then I leveled off the top of those beds. Next, I laid down cardboard on all the aisleways. My hubby helped me build two 12-foot by 4-foot double-tiered raised beds, and then I mulched over top of all the cardboard so that all the aisleways had a nice layer of mulch to suppress weeds. The next step was to fill the raised beds. I did this with a mixture of compost and topsoil, and I basically just dumped the two in alternating layers and then took a shovel and mixed everything together inside the beds. I threw some compost on top of the raised planting beds and then sprinkled cover crop seed. I used tiller radish and sowed it really thick because I was wanting to add organic matter to the soil and use it for weed suppression. I also planted the raised beds with some fall veggie seedlings in about the middle of August. The next part of the project was to actually increase the amount of space. So we were adding to the existing garden space. I did this by solarizing. So I marked off the area I wanted to add, laid down tarps on everything, and let those sit for, I believe it was about 3 weeks, until all of the grass and weeds underneath were dead. And after everything was killed off, I pulled the tarps and we tilled. I then planted a fall-winter cover crop, which was a mix of tiller radish, rye, vetch, clover, and field peas. Again, these worked to add organic matter to the soil and mainly to serve as a weed suppressor. So this spring, we'll be able to mow those cover crops, incorporate them into the soil, and plant our summer crops. So you can see here what the garden looked like at the end of September of last year. Quite a transformation from the beginning of August. So that was my garden transformation. Be sure to stop back for more garden updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.